I request to make the introduction in order that you are acquainted with. Sounds easy, doesn't it? You know what? Let's take some liberties and let's change that to I introduce to you, because actually neither one of those lines up directly with the Thai words. We're kind of approximating. This is the sentence. ขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณรู้จัก
ขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณรู้จักขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณรู้จักขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณรู้จัก
ขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณรู้จักขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณรู้จักขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณรู้จัก
ขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณรู้จัก We can actually, you know what, we're going to break this down, and it's not as bad as it looks. You recognize the word kun, right? That means you, or it means Mr. I just introduced Mr. Siadam, Kun Siadam, as Kun Siadam, because kun means Mr. I think you know Ru already. Ru means to know. Kun Ru means you know. I know it looks like a lot of words. This is you. These are two separate words. ขอให้ but they're used as one word. แนะนำ is one word. เพื่อให้ is one word. And รู้จัก is one word. So not as many words to learn as it first looks, right? ขอให้ as I said, two separate words mashed together to have a different meaning. And let's take a look at the meanings of each. ขอ is to ask for, to request, and to beg. ขอ like if you remember ขอโทษ meaning forgive me. ขอโทษ actually means I request penance. I request a penalty. I request blame for having stepped on your foot. ขอโทษ, right? That's the ขอ part. ขอ, and it's all ขอ. It's not core. It's call, like a crow would say. Okay? And then hi. Hi in English has four meanings. This goes back to the point that English and Thai words don't always translate word for word straight across, right? So in Thai, they think this is just one word. It kind of means these several things, but to them it's just the one word that means those things. For us to make sense of the word, we kind of have to break it into four pieces, because these are the four ways that we will use this, right? So, let me mention that this is a very common word. It's an often used word. You're going to hear it a lot. It has, as I said, no direct single meaning in English. But what I really like about this word and about a half a dozen other words that you're going to learn throughout this course is this is a graceful word. There are other graceful words that I will teach you. What they do is they smooth out your speech. And so I offer them to you. I hi them to you, right? I offer them. I give them to you. I guess I could even use the third meaning. And the fourth meaning, I hi to let you have these words so that you can do something. That would be to sound more graceful. And I hi to let you have the thing, which is this word. So when we mash those two words together, ขอให้ we have I request to do something, or I request to give you something. Okay? That's what happens when you mash ขอ and hi. I request to give you something, or I request to do something. แนะนำ, one word, is straightforward. It means to introduce. I guess I could have said it also has three meanings, because later on in some of the other lessons to do with food and restaurants and stuff, I have a couple of sentences written out where can you recommend for me a fine restaurant? Can you recommend a great place for me to go get some lunch? And I use the word แนะนำ because it also means to recommend and to advise. But in this case, it means to introduce. Okay? The reason I stopped here at ขอให้แนะนำ is because those words together do mean may I introduce. right? ขอให้แนะนำ may I introduce? It's used among people that you already know. Say you've been out to the beach with some guys drinking beer for 2 or 3 weeks, and you meet a new girl and you bring her along, and her name is June. You could say ขอให้แนะนำ June.
ขอแนะนำให้คุณรู้จักขอแนะนำให้คุณรู้จักขอแนะนำให้คุณรู้จัก
So let's move on with it. ขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณรู้จักเพื่อให้ remember เพื่อ you put just a little bit of that pull in your throat. เพื่อให้ let's split this word up. เพื่อ means in order that or in order to. Great word to know. เพื่อ and ให้ two falling tone words. เพื่อให้เพื่อ in order that and in order to. And hai, as we spoke to earlier, 4 meanings, very common word, makes you sound very graceful in your patterns of speech. It means to offer, to give, to let someone do something, and to let somebody have something. So, เพื่อให้ when we match them together, means in order that I may give to. And we know the next word in the sentence. You already know that one. คุณ you. Right? You know that word. We've used it a dozen times. Also means Mr. because earlier I introduced Mr. Siadam, and I said Kun Siadam. Kun means Mr. Also means you, as Kun well knows, as you well know. So here we are so far in this sentence. ขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณ last word รู้จัก and you probably already know, if I remember correctly, I think we've already talked about รู้ high tone รู้ Ru means to know, but it means to know something. It means to know a story. It means to know information. It means to know a road. If I ask you if you know where Soya Sok, the alley is the Sok Alley is, or Tunnel and Sukhumvit Boulevard, I would ask you Ru. I would not ask you Rujak because Rujak means to know a person. So if I were going to ask you, let's say soya sok. Ru soya sok mai, right? That's what I would ask you. Ru means do you know? Soya sok means the Asok Alley, and mai is the question word. So Ru soya sok mai is do you know Soya Sok Alley, or do you know Do you know Asok Alley? Right? Is that how you say it in English? I'm so confused. Anyway, but if kun ru soy asok, yeah, you know alley asok. Oh, that's it, because asok and alley are switched. Because in Thai you don't have a blue car, and you don't have a pretty girl. You have a car blue, and you have a girl pretty. In Thai you don't have asok alley. You have alley asok. Got it. Okay, there we go. But if I wanted to ask you, do you know June? Remember, I introduced June earlier at the beach. Kun rujak June mai? Kun rujak June mai? Kun meaning you, rujak meaning to know a person, June being June's name, and then mai, the question word, right? So there you go.
ขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณรู้จักขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณรู้จักขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณรู้จัก
ขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณรู้จักขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณรู้จักขอให้แนะนำเพื่อให้คุณรู้จัก
The lesson you just learned is one small part of a complete lesson, and you can get a lot of free freebies at my site, thethailanguage.com. thethailanguage.com